Hello, babes. What's going on? I will be up in just one moment. For some reason, my camera is not coming on. So you'll hear me for a few minutes, and then I will put on my hold while I get my settings correct. Okay, we got to get this going. Hold, please. 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 All right. I don't know what's going on with my camera tonight, but it does not seem to be working. But let's say hello to everybody up in this building. Hello. We got Burns up in here. You holding on but nodding. I know that's right. Welcome in though, my sis Burns. Hey, Sylvie on the go. What's up, boo? How you doing, Miss Cynthia? I see you. Maggie, what's up, sister? Thank you for coming. DC on demand. Hey, chat. Hey, DC. What's poppin'? Lori, hi. Saying she can't hang out tonight, but have a great live. Thank you so much, sis. If you're in the building, please kindly give me a thumbs up. That lets everybody know that's not up in here already that, yeah, we're going to have a good time tonight. Whether we are showing myself on camera or not. Yes, honey, that's how we do. Let me see. What else is going on? Oh, Brent's saying, hey, Lori. Hey, Michelle from Tripping with Dre and Michelle. Welcome in. Life with V. What's up, sis? Thank you so much for that lead in, honey. Ooh, your live tonight was spicy. Let me see what I could do to, spice things up even more. Lisa, welcome in. David, welcome in. Life with V sent y'all. And come on in, honey. We get it going over here. Hey, Terrell, happy Thursday to you too. All right, throw it out the window. You know what? I really should, because this don't make no kind of sense. Any other time it is fine, but tonight it wants to act up. Hey, Yvette W, what's going on? Hey, Marjorie. All right, guys. So I thought I would get it, going tonight. My topic for tonight was kind of like the disparities between men and women. So we're going to start there. But if anybody's ever been here before, we call this the Bellicosta. And the reason why we call it the Bellicosta is that we start off with one topic and then we go all the way down, baby. We go down, we go around, we go through. Sometimes we get a little spirited. If y'all were here last week, we were up in here for like 4 hours debating back and forth about male-female topics. So this, I expect, will be just as fast and as quickly drawn off the beaten path as last week. Trust me. So listen. We all know that there is a double standard and a sexism when it comes to women and men and how we conduct ourselves, whether it is out in the workplace or in relationships, what have you. I thought it would be nice to examine kind of 12 double standards that still exist for men and women in the United States. So, number one, women still are not paid the same wages as men for doing the same job. So, where it is supposed to be an equal pay, as of 2020, women still earned 82 cents for every dollar that is earned by a man. That means that it took women 98 extra days to earn what a man made in a year. And then it took Black women, especially, 214 days to make that same money that was earned for a man in a year. That is bananas to me. That is bananas to me. But we're going to keep going. Number two, assertive women are often called and considered bossy, bitchy, and the like. An assertive, successful woman is always seen as bossy and less likable than a man with a similar demeanor. One study even found that women were often called abrasive, aggressive, especially as Black women, aggressive, and that women who exhibit this more assertive leadership, guess what? We're stereotypically associated with men. They face disapproval and even social penalties that will keep them from getting promoted. It's a catch-22. If you do something well at work, you have to do it nicely. But the more you back off, the more they don't take you seriously. And the more that you are aggressive and showing enthusiasm for your job, then you're called, either micromanaging or bossy or too assertive. Let me stop there and see what the chat is saying. Yes, exactly, right? Hey, all things us, good evening to you too. Bella After Dark, I love the topic. Thank you. David Smith, aren't there more women in the world than men? Yeah, but the top jobs are all run by men. If you look at the captains of industry, how many females do you see as CEOs? I interviewed one, and she even said in the interview that finding someone else who looked like her was like finding a needle in a haystack. They're not as common as men in the workplace. David Smith says Jeff Bezos broke the earning curve. I'm not so sure. Hey, Terrell. She says she's working out and listening. Great topic. Thank you, sis. I finished my workout, and believe me, I am exhausted. But I love the fact that, I am doing what I need to do for my body. All right, let's continue. So, again, stereotypes. Women who had more sexual partners than men were stigmatized and men were rewarded. This has been since the age of time, right? Men who have sexual conquest, multiples, that's a positive for them. And it is accepted in boys and in men. But negatively with women, it is not positively accepted or even just a known, right? If you are known out there for having multiple sexual partners, you are degraded, you are stigmatized, you are called names, and men are rewarded and praised for their sexual contacts. It's just what it is, right? Maybe not. But after we finish, I will throw down the ladder and you are invited to come up and sound off on any of these that you wish. All right. Here's one that was a little aha moment for me personally. Women are often expected to change their last names when they get married. So the practice of a woman adopting her husband's last name dates back to the patriarchal marriage arrangement in which women were transferred from their father's ownerships to their husbands. But even so, this practice is still prevalent. Even from 1971 to 2005, only 18% of brides actually kept their own names. A study from 2011 published that out of 1,200 adults surveyed, 70% believe that a woman should be required to change her name after she gets married. And even more recently than that, a 2017 study found that women who kept their last names are viewed as less committed wives by men of lower education. Only 9 states have laws that help a man change his name after marriage. So only 9 states want a man to change his name if he so chooses to change his name to her name. I know, right? Wild thought. Okay, here we go. The next one is it's easy for men to get vasectomies, but women are often denied tubal ligations. Now, I did not know that. Women who request this have been required to write essays defending their desire for the procedure and receive their husband's permission to undergo sterilization, according to a 2019 news report. Women also reported having difficulty finding a doctor to even perform these at all. Wow. Even though people believe in their rational mind that women should be allowed to determine their own families, this subconscious two-parent, two-child family is pervasive. Doctors don't want to permanently alter someone, but they do it all the time for other procedures. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Here's one that made me chuckle because as a mom and as a woman who has seen this, in practice with other women, I still, get like tongue in cheek, like, really, are we still back there? So we see in all advertisements and media women, exposing their cleavage, revealing a little bit of their cleavage or what have you. But if you are a woman who is breastfeeding your child in public, you are still told to cover up. In this day and age, in 2023, if a woman's breasts are exposed in a sexualized or seductive way, it's acceptable. But if there's a woman feeding her baby, some consider that inappropriate. Many women today are shamed still for breastfeeding in public or even getting kicked out of public places for feeding their children. How many remember Chrissy Teigen wrote, I think it was with her second child, that she was told to cover up in a public place because she was breastfeeding her child? So crazy to me. Breastfeeding is not sexual, it's natural. Those who feel it is wrong to feed your child in public really need to get educated on the benefits of breastfeeding, and that the breastfeeding has a benefit for not only the mother, but also the child. Even so far as in 2019, a passenger who was breastfeeding her child on a flight from San Diego said a flight attendant asked her to cover up to be respectful to others around her. And in that same year, a mom in Texas said she was told to stop breastfeeding totally at a public pool. Again, let me check the chat, see what y'all talking about. Thank you, Marjorie, for the $5 holla. I so appreciate that, sis. Hold, please. Hold, please. We got money, honey. Hold, please. Thank you, sis. We got money, honey. Thank you, Marjorie, for that $5 holla. I so appreciate you. Terrell's clapping her hands. Yes, indeed, right? Maggie says, men are seen as macho. Yeah, you're macho. You are a great sexual being. If you're a man and you have all these women who are after you, oh yes, that's really hot. But if a woman has men, oh, we're a tart, right? Hey, Donna Sanders, welcome in. She says, hello, everyone. Hey, 11K plus, babe. She crossed over to that 11.2, baby. How you do? Welcome in, Edna. Thank you so much. Nicole's thoughts said, hey, Bella, liked and shared. Thank you, Nicole. Okay. Hello, Virgo sis. Yes, Virgo sis. What is up? How are you? Hi, everyone. David says, but I don't want a vasectomy anyway. Okay, well, that's good. But you are allowed to do whatever you want with your body, and women are still not. And it is 2023. That is crazy to me. Just insane. Dorilla said, what state is this where you have to fill out a form and ask permission from a husband's sterilization, from a husband for sterilization? I've never heard of that. Yeah. Let me see if the study tells me. If not, I can pull up the research and bring it to you and send it to you. But let me see if it has it in here. Let's see. It's from a 2019 Vice report. I'm going to open it up. California. A 34-year-old woman in California tried to get her tubes tied 3 times over the course of 15 years, and she still has not been successful. The doctor told her he didn't want to do it because your husband is active duty. What would you do if he was killed and you remarried to a man who wanted kids? For those who have Medicaid, there is a required 30-day waiting period between signing the consent form and having the procedure, whereas women with more expensive private insurance and a willing doctor can schedule it right away. So it is out there. It is out there, sis. That is crazy in the United States. But hey, we're also the state in the country that banned abortions now in most states. So not very far-fetched to believe this at all. Back in the 70s, you had to be 30 or have 3 kids. Wow. That's crazy to me. Damn sure rain in New York, because if you want to, you can get sterilized twice. Oh, well, New York still allows you to have abortions too, I believe. Hi, Chrysos, Country Life. CC's in the house. Thank you so much. California is a mess. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Indeed. All right, let's continue on with this double standard. Let's continue on. See what we got here. So we talked about cleavage. Here's one I love. So dad bods are considered attractive, but women are expected to lose baby weight right after giving birth. So before I went on to Life with V's live stream, I was reading a story on Instagram where a young lady, I think she was like 35, went to a doctor to get a quote unquote mommy bod and lost her life. She has either 3 or 4 young children. And her partner, who is a member of Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, heard about his partner's demise while he was on set. So first and foremost, my prayers go out to DC Young Fly and their children, because these young babies do not need to be without their mom. And I understand the societal pressures and the pressures of being, on Instagram and having, wanting and having the perfect body in order to, get more deals and all of this stuff. But I mean, we as a country, we need to stop thinking about having this perfect Coca-Cola model hourglass figure, because the majority of women in the United States do not have these hourglass figures. I want to get into shape and I want to be healthy and fit. And whatever that feels like to me, when it's all said and done, that's what it's going to be. I'm not looking to create a shape that's not there. I'm not looking to go under a knife to have a perfect body, because nobody is perfect. Everybody has things that they may want to change or what have you. But guess what? You need to be comfortable with the body that God gave you. Because right now, these people are taking shortcuts. They are getting subgrade anesthesiologists to cut corners and cut costs. And when you are going through something like that, that is one thing that you cannot skimp on, is your anesthesiologist, because they need to be skilled enough that when things go wrong, they need to try to pull back and get you back into sinus rhythm, get you back into a proper rhythm for your body to recover. And so when you skimp on things like that and you start cutting corners and looking for doctors who will cut corners for you, it's not a good thing. It's not a good look. Yeah, Edna, she was really young, and her children are young too. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Zarilla. She went to get some kind of cosmetic surgery, quote unquote, mommy bod, and now she's no longer here. And you think about all the women who have done that and are no longer here. I remember the first case I ever heard like that was Kanye West's mom, who was also a member of my sorority. And I'm just like, I couldn't believe when they said she was gone. I was like, I cannot believe she's gone. Now, this is an educator. This is a doctor. This is someone who, by all intents and purposes, really, I thought understood the value of just being you. But again, you never know what's going on in a person's mind. Maybe she, had always thought that, she wanted to do some kind of cosmetic surgery, but it's not a required surgery. Now I can see a required surgery, and something going wrong, understand. But when you have a surgery that's not really necessary, these elective surgeries are not necessary to have. Not necessary at all. Yes, Darilla says any type of surgery, whether it's needed or not, is dangerous, especially if it's not necessary. Is it really worth it? To me, it's not. But again, sound off when I throw down the ladder, sound off, and please feel free to let me know what you think. Facts from Etta. Darilla says, you got people going to the Dominican Republic to get a booty and end up dying. Yeah, and okay, so let's talk about that for a second, because a lot of these celebrities that got fillers in their butt, if you notice, they are all going back and getting those things removed. You know why? Because now those things are leaking and they're being sought to cause other problems like lupus, like what was the other one that multiple sclerosis. Like they are dying, the cells inside their body are fighting with whatever additives they put into their booty to get it, all big and whatnot. And so what happened with that is now the cells are attacking other areas of the body. And so a lot of them are going now and getting these things removed. And it's so interesting to me that these same people who were like, oh yeah, go get, da 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 da, are now recanting their story and saying, don't get this surgery. Don't do what I did. I'm getting these things removed because I'm having health issues. All of this could have been stemmed from not putting those things into your body to begin with. Okay. It is, even when you're taking out fat from one place and you're transferring it to another, fat moves, right? So when you are injecting something in one area, that means that there's a deficit in another area. And guess what your body does? Your body starts saying, oh, well, this hole is now not filled enough, so we need to move over there. So that's when you see fat deposits in things like your knees or underneath your elbow, underneath your elbow, like that little fat right there underneath, your cheeks, your wrist, like really random places, because the fat has nowhere else to go. It's a hole there. So they're all like, come over here, there's a whole, space over here we can go. And you find that now, you have to combat that to get that fat moved out of, those not desirable places. And $99.99 with a coupon. Exactly. Looking for deals. There's no deals when it comes to your body. Just know that there are no deals when it comes to your body. You need to exercise, eat less, don't eat junk. Everything that you put in your mouth should have a purpose to nourish you and to fuel your body so that you can continue going and moving and doing what you need to do. Hey, Tuba Chat, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. There's my Titi. I was wondering where my auntie is. Everybody say hello to Wendy Melendez. It's my Titi. It's my auntie Titi. Titi Wendy. Welcome in. Darilla says, some people allow themselves to be pressured by the camera for what they consider perfection. Yeah, absolutely. And guess what? There's no perfection. I need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to know there is no such thing as perfection. None whatsoever. These women do not have perfection. These women do not have perfect bodies. They never did. Exactly. Not worth your life. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I've seen some plastic surgery booty that looks horrible and so fake. Bad idea. Absolutely. Listen, there was a news article maybe a year ago that somebody took a picture of all of these women, like half the women on the plane all went to, I don't know if it was the Dominican Republic or Miami or something, and they all had gotten plastic surgery and they were all on the plane. It was ridiculous. I had to crack up. I was like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why? Because men are visual, and yeah, a man is going to stare at you and be like, "Ooh, yeah, look at her butt or whatever." But guess what? They're still going to look at another woman and say, "Ooh, look at her butt too." So it's not like you're going to do this and your man is only going to look at you, because men are visual creatures. They're going to look at everything. And so what are you really doing this for? What are you really doing this for? So Dorella says, sometimes when the girls, oh wait, I skipped something. Hang on, Dorella. I skipped Edna. Edna said, I sat on a plane next to a young girl coming from having a BBL. She was miserable, couldn't even sit down. Yes. Now, see, I blame the doctor on that one, because he should have sent her home with one of those donut things so she can sit down. But that's another thing. Like, you have to let your butt settle. And so you can't just plop down on hard surfaces or whatever for a while. You have to let it sit and, I guess, congeal or what have you. So bad. Think about that. But and the only reason I know this is because I know of one of my friends who I know who's had one, and she's like, yeah, it's painful. You have to, and if you've gotten your breast done at the same time, it's like you can't even lay on your side, because again, you're going to have some of your butt on the side as well. And then she did get like a little bit in her thighs as well, so that's another reason why she couldn't lay on the side either, is because her sides were filled in as well, because she wanted it to look natural. All right, now Dorella says, sometimes when the girls who have had work done in their booties are sitting down, then they stand up, the booty still looks like they're sitting down. Oh no. Oh my gosh. And this where I'm literally following you in the YouTube streets. Yes. I love it. I love it. We on tour. Absolutely. Yes, I saw that all on their knees. It was pretty disturbing. I think they were coming from Miami. Yes, yeah. I think it was Miami too. And they all looked alike. Like they're coming off the plane, they're all looked alike. Look like they're beaten up and they can't hardly move. Moesha's empire is in the ass. Mo to the E to the. Welcome in though, sis. Yes, my aunt says they need to accept what God gave them. Yes, accept it. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, good night. Hello. And this world is a preview to the cruise stalking. Ah, I love it. Yes, good evening, good night. Moesha's Empire, welcome in. Evolving with Edda's laughing. Edna's World's laughing and evolving with Edda. My TT Wendy says, a man said to me today, hi, princess. I turned around and said, my granddaughters are princesses. I am a queen. I know that's right. Let them know, TT. Let them know. All right, let's continue with this double standard. Men are disproportionately praised for taking care of their children, whereas women are expected to be caregivers. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. Y'all know I'm a divorcee, right? Oof, fake cigarette blow, divorcee, honey. I love that name, that title, divorcee. I'm a divorcee. I love it. But anyway, my ex-husband wanted me to make sure when I filed for divorce that he got joint custody because he didn't want, to seem like he was a deadbeat dad, which he was. But anyway, I did that and I held him to it for the most part. So one day he was watching the kids. He had the kids over and he had called me for something. And I was like, well, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm here babysitting the kids. And I stopped and I looked at the phone. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm here babysitting the kids. And I said, but you're their father. So how are you babysitting something that are your own? You're not babysitting anybody else's kids. I didn't bring over no extra kids for you to babysit. You're sitting with your own children. So that's not babysitting. That's taking care of what you have. Okay. Because if that were the case, I've been babysitting for the last 18, 19 years. So it could totally be your turn. But I just thought that was so strange to me that a man would think that him watching his own kids would be babysitting. But that's how the minds of some men think. Exactly. With that much butt, how can they wipe their butt clean? Ooh. I always thought about that too. I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. And then, again, gravity is always going to take hold, right? When you have these big butts, these big breasts, gravity will eventually come to get you. And so when you have these things and gravity comes to get you, what you gonna do then, sis? What you gonna do then with your butt is down to your knees and your breasts are down there too? Like, what you gonna do? I always wonder about that. All right, so yes, it is the double standard. A woman who takes care of their kids is simply doing what is expected of her. But a man who takes care of their kids is an exceptionally involved father. Um, it's so crazy because men will always say to another man, wow, that's so great that he's such an involved dad and, he's such a good father. Well, that's why you have kids with them because nobody would ever say to a man, wow, you're so lucky your wife feeds and bathes your children, because it's expected to love and protect and show up for your children, right? For men, an hour or two alone with the kids on a weekend somehow warrants a trophy, the world's greatest dad mug. It's antiquated and it's insulting. If your partner isn't hands-on, then he shouldn't have hands, is what I say. Childcare responsibilities still widely fall on the woman. And, we have to leave the workforce to care after our children and schools when they were closed for the pandemic. I did not see one man stand up and say, oh, you know what? My kids can't go to school, so I have to stay home and homeschool them. I didn't see not a one. Did you? Did you? In 2021, Vice President Kamala Harris had called the number of women leaving the workforce a national emergency. 2.5 million women had left the workforce compared to 1.8 men. Women tend to be more essential in the worker's position, and those are the ones that often cannot be done from home. They need to go out. Our positions have been eliminated, whereas men were not. Any parenting decision that a woman makes is subject to mom shaming. This is a big one. So, a national poll on children's health from the University of Michigan surveyed 475 mothers with at least one child under the age of 5 and found out that 6 out of 10 moms reported that they have been shamed for their parenting choices. It's caused mothers to develop maternal anxiety, meaning they constantly question themselves and the decisions that they make regarding kids. The blaming of mothers is intimately connected to the cultural anxieties and the changing societal roles of women. And women are also blamed for the epidemic of childhood obesity. How about this? Women pay more for the same everyday items because of the pink tax. Ever look at a razor for a woman versus a razor for a man? How many of you in the chat have ever looked at the razors for women versus the razors for men? Did you know that there is a pink tax, which refers to products for women like the razors in these feminine colors like the pinks and the blues and the purples, the reds, and they're often pricier than the man's equivalent. If you look at everyday items from deodorant to clothing to services like haircuts, dry cleaning, or mortgages, car insurance, women are paying more than men. Okay. There's also a tampon tax, right? A tax on non-luxury necessities like tampons or pads. "27 states in 2023 are still taxing these essential items." How about that? How about those apples? My aunt is laughing. Okay, what about T's wife? How her butt looks? Oh my God. Yes, that is crazy. T.I.'s wife. First of all, I thought she was insane for getting implants into her eyes to make her eyes lighter. I thought that was the most insane thing you could ever do. Like, who would volunteer to permanently change the colors of that? I don't want you messing with my eyes at all. I had my ophthalmologist tell me, oh, you should get LASIK surgery. You would be perfect for LASIK surgery. And I'm like, no, you're not putting no laser in my eyes, because it'd be my eyes. Out of every thousands of millions of eyes that doctor did, it would be mine that will get jacked up. So I was like, no way am I doing that. No way. at all. So yeah, I get it. That's crazy. Well, in my house, I feed the kids and do the bathing. Yeah, because it's expected. Deville says, so why do we celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day when everybody is doing what they're supposed to do? It's no big deal. Why celebrate? I agree to a certain extent, Darilla. I agree, but in the Bible they say honor your mother and father, and I think that to honor them, it doesn't need to be commercialized. It doesn't need to be a day particularly, but I do feel like you should honor your parents, and revere them for the job that they did, because it could be worse. You could be out there, in the streets just rolling about in the abyss, but they took care of you. They did what they were supposed to do. They made you a productive person in society, and now you've gone out and made families of your own, and continued that cycle. So I think you should be praised. Think you should be praised. Now, do I believe in the commercialization of Mother's Day and Father's Day? No, not really. But why not have a day? Whatever with some of these deadbeat dudes. Exactly. Now, if you're a deadbeat, I don't believe you should be celebrated at all. Because you dropped a seed, you should get a Father's Day gift. Nah. I had no idea. Yes. Go look in the supermarket next time you're shopping. Go look at your local like CVS or Walgreens or whatever drugstores you have where you buy these products, and look and price shop. You'll see it. Car insurance is cheaper for women. Depends on where you are, Darella. Depends on where you are. I'm in a state that my car insurance is at least 12% higher than my male counterpart. Could be my same age, same everything, and his will be 12% less than mine, because they think that women are worse drivers than men. And in some cases, they could be true, because I've seen some really bad women drivers. I've seen some bad men drivers too. But again, women are disproportionately, their rates are disproportionate than men. Oh, I need to sip some water. All right, we're almost there. Women, last one. Women are more likely to die of a heart attack if they have a male doctor. I don't know about this one, but they say women who have had heart attacks are more likely to die if their emergency room doctor is male, but more likely to live if their doctor is female. And this was in a 2018 study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Male doctors with more female colleagues also gave more effective treatment to female patients. The study couldn't determine the reason for this gap, but one key takeaway was that women and men have different heart attack symptoms, which I believe to be true. All right, so now's the time. Sound off on any of these topics or anything that you want to talk about. Well, I'm in New York and Florida. New York car insurance is cheap. I've lived in New York. My car insurance was never cheap. My car insurance now is cheaper than it was in New York. Definitely. Well, most of the people who speed are men. Yeah, but they're still considered better drivers than we are. Facts. Cooking with the Cantrons. Hey, what's up, my fam? Welcome in. Well, I don't see women out there on the highway racing. No, you see men. Therein lies the rub, Darilla. Therein lies the rub. Because even though they act like total crazies on the highway, they still get a lower rate than we do, a lower rate than we do. That's what's crazy about the whole thing. All right, before I throw down the letter, I'm going to try one more time to see if I can get this camera working on my end. So, hold please. 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 Going. I don't know what's going on today. I'm gonna have to look again when this broadcast is over and see what is going on. That's really strange that it is not working. It was working fine before, and now today it's not working. Strange. All right, so let me throw down the ladder and give it up for people who want to maybe come. Oh yeah, the condolences are coming in for the young lady I spoke about who just lost her life. From what accounts are saying was from plastic surgery. Her name was Jacqueline Smith. All right, so the ladder is there and is pinned at the top if you want to come up and sound off about this subject or anything else. You know, we here are, you know, we're the Bella coaster. Sometimes we, go in a different direction. So happy to talk about any topic. Hey, Barbara with Etta, thank you for sharing our video out. That's cool. Darilla says, no, New York car insurance is not cheap, but it's cheaper for women. All right, I'm going to have to check on that, Darilla, because I still have family in New York. And I promise you, they do not think that their insurance is cheaper. And it's definitely not cheaper than what I paid in New York. But it also depends on, So they look at not only your age and, how long you've been driving, but they also look at what kind of car you drive. They also look at where you drive your car. So that could be determining factors too. So maybe it's the place that they are driving or the car that they're driving that makes it cheaper. But I'll tell you, living in New York, my car insurance was never cheap. It didn't start getting cheaper for me until I moved here. Cooking with the Cantrons, absolutely. Titi says, "Hold, please." All right, so I love when you say "hold, please." Thank you, Titi. All right, so the ladder is there. If you want to come up and shout it out, feel free to do so. While I am waiting for somebody to come up, I just saw a caption that said JLo's 15-year-old twins don't want to hang around with her anymore. I'm like, and how is that news? Because I know most 15-year-olds don't want to hang around their parents. So how is that late breaking news? I'm like, my God, is it a slow news day or something? What is going on with people? So crazy. I will also say, while I'm waiting to see if anybody else is coming up, that this weekend I am going to be doing a couple of events, beauty events. So I will be vlogging and taking you on that journey. That'll probably come up next week. Also, next week will be my monthly favorites for the month of May. So I'll have that up. And Sunday sips, which I usually do Sundays at 2 p.m. I'm actually not going to be here on this Sunday. So there'll be no Sunday sips. I'll also put it on my community tab as well. But no Sunday sips this weekend because I will be going to a barbecue in Brooklyn. So I will be doing that. So maybe I'll vlog a little bit of it. Not all of it, but a little bit. Yes, they'll make news out of anything, right? So crazy. Hey, Sissy Sharon, welcome in. Hi, chat. Hey, Sharon. All right, let me see. So everybody's getting ready for the Meet and I cruise. I'm sorry I won't be there, but I'm sure you all will have a fabulous time. And I'm sure I will hear all about it. All about it. But have to take care of some home things. And hopefully, that will turn out well for me. But I do plan to go on a cruise in July with my family. So we are going on the Carnival, what's it called? Carnival Celebration. And I know the first stop is Aruba, and I know the last stop is Curacao, because I've already got excited, and that's why I wanted to go, because the last stop was Curacao and I wanted to see Curacao. So I know that, but I forgot what the middle part is. I want to say it's somewhere in Mexico. But y'all pray for me because it's my first time on a Carnival cruise. I'm very nervous. I heard not so great things about Carnival cruises just from the news. Like, people are either getting sick or somebody, just recently somebody passed away on a Carnival cruise. I'm like, I never hear these kind of wild stories when I went on Norwegian or Royal Caribbean. But somehow, some way, Carnival always ends up in my radar for bad things, not for good things. So I'm a little nervous. I'm a little shaken up, but hopefully, God will be guiding me and will guide my family, and everybody will be fine. And I won't eat anything bad that will make me throw up or get sick or what have you. Yikes. I'm so nervous. I've never been nervous to be on a cruise before, and I'm like scared witless right now. Hey there, cruising soon. Hey, Edna, Sissy. No tea. You giving me all the tea, Sharon. I know you. Have fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Child, no. Know what? I'm hoping that it turns out okay. I think it will. What you saying, child, no for? Yikes. Edna said, you will be fine. My first was 1997, Carnival all day. Okay. Have you ever been on that one that I said, the celebration? What's that like? I hear it's big. Hey, Sharon from the Cantrons. I hear it's a big boat, so that's good. It's a big boat. So excited about that. And anybody in here going to see Miss Beyonce? I have to admit, when I first heard about it, I was like, though I love me that album, I was just like, do I want to hear that all day? I know she's going to mix it up with some other stuff. But then as I am seeing like excerpts from her concert, I'm like, ooh, that might be pretty good. Hey, the Cantrons. You said somebody just died on call. Yes. Let me see if 2023. Carnival passenger dies snorkeling in the ocean while on expedition in Mystery Island. A passenger touring on a Carnival cruise died during an expedition in Mystery Island. One passenger died while snorkeling, and Carnival said the passenger had a medical situation while swimming in the ocean. So a passenger traveling on the Carnival cruise ship died while on expedition in Vanuatu, an island country in the South Pacific Ocean. The passenger died while snorkeling on Mystery Island, an uninhabited islet in Vanuatu, according to a report by the local news. The Australian passenger was not identified in the report. Carnival Cruise Line is deeply saddened by the death of a guest on Mystery Island following what appears to be a medical situation while swimming. So the passenger was traveling on the Carnival Splendor cruise ship, which was scheduled for a 9-day sail in the Pacific Ocean. The cruise departed Sydney on May 15th. 5 days into the cruise, the passenger died. The cruise returned to Sydney on that following Tuesday. The next Carnival Splendor is scheduled to begin on May 28th. The 12-night sail into the Pacific Ocean visits islands in New Caledonia and Vanuatu. The sail's itinerary also includes a stop at Mystery Island. In recent years, several passengers have died while snorkeling during island expeditions. In September, an American passenger on a Royal Caribbean cruise was killed. Now, this is the first time I ever heard of Royal Caribbean having a death, but a passenger on a Royal Caribbean cruise was killed after being attacked by a bull shark while snorkeling in the Bahamas. What? Another passenger who was touring on a Britannia cruise ship died while snorkeling St. Kitts in March. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. I'm not trying to scare people. I just saw something. So I'm trying to scare people. I'm not trying to scare anybody. That's just me. That's just how I am. No, that's the newest one, so you'll love it. Okay. I'm gonna go see Erykah Badu. Ooh, okay. That's fun. That's fun. Erykah gives a good show. I have not had a problem with Carnival Cruise. I had a ball. I'm picking my outfit now. Ooh, okay. Did you see The Little Mermaid? There's so much controversy around it. No, I'm going to have to go. I don't have any little girls to take. So I'm just going to have to go by myself. I'm going to have to go by myself, which is okay, but I would have rather have gone with somebody. Somebody need to share the popcorn with me. I'm on a diet. Terrell says, hey, Sharon, any problem with Etta? Hey, beauties. Lazy Day said, I've been on. Oh, you've been on Celebration. It's a great ship. You will love it. I've only been on Carnival and I've had no problems. People die on all the ships. Okay. Well, I ain't even die on the ships I was on before, but okay. Okay. Oh no, honey. Okay. But thank you, Lazy Days. Thank you for telling me that. That makes me feel so much better. That is a great ship and you loved it. Hey Sissy, love you girl from Sharon to Terrell. Yvonne with Ed saying hi. No, I'm not trying to scare. No, I'm not trying to scare everybody. Listen, I'm getting ready to get on a Carnival ship too, so I'm scared myself. I'm scared myself. Trust me, but just be careful, everybody. That's all. That's all. Jesus, says Sharon. Terrell says, Etta, all is well, getting my workout on. I know that's right. Listen, I got my workout on earlier today, and then I decided, you know what? I'm going to stop trying to make my hair do what it does not want to do, which is hold a straightening pattern. It does not want to be straight. It wants to be coily. It wants to be curly. So that's what I ended up doing. I washed my hair, I deep conditioned it. I'm actually having a pretty good wash day. I got a nice little hang time. You know, my hair did grow a little bit, but I got a nice little hang time. I got nice little coils in it. It looks really nice. And I'm really happy. I'm like, oh, this came out really good. So now that I let my hair do what it naturally wants to do, it's happy. And then I tried on some new makeup today because your girl's getting PR, honey. So I got some new stuff, and then I bought like a couple of lipsticks. So I tried a couple of those on, and so I was really looking cool today. So I wanted to show you, but for some reason my the camera is just not here at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. This is so crazy. It's not showing up at all. Another person fell overboard too. Ooh, look, just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. Me too. I'm gonna be careful. Y'all be careful. We all gonna be careful on these cruise ships. And you know, this is a vacation. This is supposed to be relaxing. This is supposed to be enjoyable. So we want to have a good time, and we want to come back, you know, restful and energetic to, you know, do it all again sometime soon, right? There we go. Put that in the atmosphere. I'm not trying to be shook. I know that's right. I'm loving how celebrities are advertising their movie moments going to see Little Mermaid. I know, right? I'm loving that too. I'm loving that too. I was watching Sherry Shepherd's show, and she was saying how she paid for 50 girls to go see The Little Mermaid in Harlem, and then she paid for 50 girls to go see the movie in LA. I thought that was so wonderful of her. That was so wonderful of her to do that for 50 young girls. And I love like Cardi B's daughter and Offset's daughter from another relationship. They got all dressed up and they looked beautiful. They looked like little princesses. And they went with their dad to see Little Mermaid. That was something that my father would definitely have done for me, is to, take me to see this kind of movie and like dress me up if I wanted to get all dressed up and do this. I know he would have just been in his element to get me to do that. That's fun. I mean, even if it's your mom and you, whoever, like, just to go with your family and see this movie and see this representation of this wonderful adaptation. And I hear the music is fantastic. So I'm really excited. And they did great numbers. They did great numbers last week. Terrell, yes, hon. Nice. What do you use for your hair? So today I use a lot of concoctions that I have here because I'm lazy and I don't want to buy anything new. So I got in PR, I got the Rhyme and Reason. I think I showed, yeah, I did. I shared it with you guys here a couple of times. And actually you'll see it again because it did make my May favorites. So it is a shampoo and conditioner. And the shampoo like really cleanses your hair. And it's made with like, well, I'll show it to you when we do the May favorites. But what I love about it is the shampoo really, like I said, really get your hair really nice and clean. And then the conditioner, when you follow it up with the conditioner, as I'm putting it on my hair, you can really feel like it is loosening up any tangles. And so I suffer a lot from like as I call them, fairy knots. That's when your hair kind of balls up on itself. I always said I would be probably the perfect candidate if I ever wanted to like cut my hair off and lock my hair. My hair would lock like instantly. Because if I don't do anything to this hair, trust and believe, it would dread in a second. Like clockwork, just poof, it start dreading. So I can feel it as I'm combing through with my fingers with the conditioner product. I can feel it like loosening all of that up. And that's what I look for, that slip. So I used that. And then when I got out, I used the Pattern leave-in conditioner, which I love. That is really, really good for my hair. My hair loves it. And then I do like the lock method. So I use leave-in conditioner, oil, so some type of oil. And I like to use the Jamaican black castor oil. So I use that. And then for my C, for the curling cream, I use a combination of Kim Gimbel's cream and Mael's curly cream. So I'll show you all of that when I'm doing the May favorites, because all of those are in there for May favorites. But the one that really seals the show for me is that Kim Gimbel. If I can just get her to make that in a trial size so that I can travel with it, because I always have to check my bag when I use it away from home. I need to find like a little container to like squeeze it in, because I really want to take it when I go on this cruise. But I'm like, how am I going to get it onto the ship? Because I'm going to have to check my bag, which I didn't want to do, but I may have to end up doing that, because I cannot go without this cream, especially if I'm traveling, overseas and whatnot. And we're going to have to leave from Miami, which Miami and my hair never gets along. They never get along. So I'm not even going to try to straighten it during my trip. It is going to be coily for the entire trip. Evolving with Etta. So the Cantron's glad there was a good turnout. Most people liked it, but there were always the critics. Absolutely, absolutely. And there were critics even before the show came on. Oh my God, why are we having a black mermaid? Blah, 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 blah. Why not? Why not? Why not? We have, white everything else. Why can't we have a black mermaid? That's possible. Just as possible as anything else. So I'm really glad that they did this adaptation. But the adaptation that I'm waiting for, y'all, is Color Purple. I know I'm going to be sad. I'm going to cry because it's one of those that my daughter and I used to always watch. Like whenever it came on, we were watching it. Even when she moved out and went over to college, if she saw it on, she was like, Mom, it's on. Turn to da 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 da. And we would just sit there and watch it together. So that's going to make me a little misty, a little sad that she's not going to be there to watch it with me. But I'm probably going to bring her bestie with me. Probably going to drag her out, and maybe I can get my grandson to come out during that time and introduce him to the movies. I think he'll be my movie buddy because he likes to sit and watch his TV shows. So I think he'll be my movie buddy and sit and watch movies with me. I think he'll do it. Shawan says, there will always be controversial topics around Black folks. That's on the real. My full opinion, the girl must be phenomenal for Disney to cast her and beat out whoever for the role. Absolutely. And I loved what Melissa McCarthy said on a news program that they were both on. They were interviewed about the movie, and she said, even when the cameras weren't rolling and they were setting up for different shots, and because of the spatial ramifications, like the blocking and stuff, sometimes she would be lower than where Melissa McCarthy was in the space, but she can always hear through the ear pods her humming, and it was just so soothing and melodic and what have you. And she was asking someone else, can you hear her? She's humming. Can you hear her hum? And they're like, yes, I can hear everything. She sounds amazing. And she was saying to her, she's like, I don't even think you knew what you were doing, but it was like a light was just emanating from you when you were humming. It was just that was the most beautiful thing. And your light just shined through. And I was looking at that and saying, wow, what a compliment for this young lady. You can tell, you can always tell when it's a good person, right? When you're talking and you're talking to a good person, it's like their aura just shines through. And I liked when Melissa McCarthy said that. I thought that was really wonderful for her to say. Gay, hey, it's my DJ. I go DJ. Hey, that's my DJ. Go DJ. Hey, Brigade V-Day. Yes, party music. DJ Aki's in the house. Hey, hey, hey. So why am I hiding my pretty face tonight? I didn't mean to hide it. I wanted to share my face and everything with everyone, but for some reason my camera is not working on my laptop. I don't know why. It just stopped working today. So that's why you're seeing the avatar and not me, unfortunately. Like and share. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up and care and share. Sharon says, mine too. I use it's a 10 coily. It's a detangler, and Sauce Guacamole Conditioner. Ooh, Morel's Rosemary Mint Shampoo and Conditioner too. Yes, when I first started off, I had that one. But now I think what I have downstairs is the ginger and mint. It's in like a red label. Now you're gonna make me look it up. Nope, it's not ginger. Now I gotta look it up, see which one it is. Okay. Pomegranate honey. It's the pomegranate honey curl smoothie. That's what it is. Pomegranate and honey curl smoothie. So that's what I have in my hair. And then I have the one by Kim Gimbal. And that is the Kim Gimbal buttercream, shea butter, mango butter, and castor seed oil. And it's a 12 fluid ounce. I'm trying to see if she can get me a smaller one. But all I see is that size. I don't think she makes it in a smaller. I don't think she makes it in a smaller version, which is so sad. It works so great on my hair. It is fantastic. And you can get it from Walmart. My aunt says no one's hair does well in Florida. I know. Florida. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, hello, Bayano. New here, I'm sure, because I've never seen your name before. But good evening to you as well. Thank you so much for coming. Thumbs up. I'm actually hella mad about that. You can't remake spectacular performances from Whoopi and Oprah. But you know what? I don't think they're remaking it in the way that they're going to take every single piece, because it's a musical. So Celie's going to be singing. Halle Berry from Little Mermaid, she's going to be in this. She's playing Celie's sister, the younger version. Taraji P. Henson is in this. Like, they got some really cool powerhouse people. So I'm interested to see how they're going to take it. And, you know, each one's going to put their own special sauce on it and make it their own. So I want to see how that takes flight and how unique it is with every performance. I'm excited. Hello, Daisy. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Thumbs up. Yeah. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, yes, yes. Stop putting people in timeout. This is adult talks. Oh, who's putting people in timeout? Nightbot might be putting them in timeout. I'm not putting anybody in timeout. All right, let's see. Hi, Pink Raver. Hello, Bayano. Oh, awesome. Sounds yummy. Yes, it is. It smells so good. I just got that from my son. He's all locked up. Yep. See? My hair will lock up in a second. I would do it, but for me, I need more versatility than locks will allow me. Like, I know you can pin it up and pull it up and do all different kinds of things, but sometimes I want my hair straight. Sometimes I want my hair coily. Sometimes I want my hair up in a bun and just forget about it. Like I had it mostly last week. I want to put it back into a ponytail and, do all sorts of things. And with locks, it's not as versatile as when I just have my hair out. For me, but it looks beautiful on everybody else. My bestie had locks for years and she just cut them off. It's a musical horrible. It's not horrible. It's no horrible, Sharon. No, it's no horrible. See, I then cycled in my grandmother's voice now. It's no horrible, Sharon. No horrible. No. Oh my God. Shout out to my grandmother. May she rest in peace. She probably gonna hit me upside the head tonight as I'm dreaming. We ain't happy during the color purple. No, but I am excited to see what they're gonna do with the characters. And I did see it on Broadway when it was on Broadway. That was really good. They did a good job. I remember when they redid The Wiz. Horrible again. Yeah, that new Wiz was not good, but the Michael Jackson version of The Wiz, oh yes. Oh yes. Give that to me. Give that to me. I loved it. The musical was great when I saw it years ago. Yeah, see, Titi said that. Nightbot sat down. Oh, it's Nightbot. Okay. BrownGirlBella, I feel the same way. I love my own hair. Both my sisters have locks. I just love my hair for all the reasons you said. Yeah. And I know, like, me and my bestie used to debate about this all the time. She's like, but you can do the same thing with lock hair. And I'm like, yeah, but when I want bone straight hair in the fall and wintertime, I can't get there with the locks. And then taking them suckers down, like, this is why people cut them, because that's a chore to get those locks unlocked. It's a chore. A lot. It's a lot. I don't know. The one I saw was with Fantasia. Let me think. I think that's the one I saw too. I think it was. I think that's the one I saw. Broadway is different. Broadway is way different. Because, again, not only are the characters like bringing something different to the table, they're also condensing the story. So they are trying to convey a lot in a shorter period of time. So they have to get out like the biggest pieces of information so that you still come away feeling like you just watched The Color Purple, even though it is a condensed version of it. That's what I say. Sharon said, I ain't never lied. No, I ain't never gonna lie to you, sissy. Listen, I ain't tell you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. That's a chore. I done seen a couple of videos on YouTube with them chicks trying to take down locks. I'm like, Lord, that's a mission and a half. One of my fellow beauty girls, she had just locked up her hair. I think her hair was locked for maybe a year, maybe a little longer. And she recently did a live and she's like, watch me, get ready with me. And I'm going to take down my locks. An hour into the program, she's signing off. Ain't one lock been taken out yet. She was still poking at the same one lock that she was doing in the first half of the show. I was like, girl, you're going to be there all night. She's going to be there all night. TT said, I have the video with Whoopi Goldberg. Ooh. All right. I love it. Oh no, chat. Yes, still poking with that same lock. I said, oh no, you're gonna have a rough night, honey. It's gonna be a long night for you, baby. Long night for you. All right. Well, I guess nobody is gonna come up. And since I can't get this thing to work and show my camera, I think I'm going to sign off here. Oh, good night, Etta. We're about to sign off too. Everybody have a great weekend. Like I said, I will be giving you some videos. I think I got one more coming out on Saturday. And then, stay tuned. No Sunday sips on this Sunday, but I will be back next Sunday. And for all of you who are getting ready for the Meet and I cruise, be safe. Send me notes on Instagram. Let me see how y'all doing. Let me see the outfits and the ensembles. And until next time, you have been Bellified. Take care. I love you. And night, babes.